Good. So I'm going to mute me and Annabelle, mute Annabelle down. All right, guys. So as you can see, when you press on play, it was me and Tug and the Annabelle show. So we're going to do some moves on this session, and one size fits all band. And you all know my one size fits all band is normally a black one. I'm coming down to a red. Okay, so if you're on a red, you might come down to yellow. If you're on a yellow, you can't come down any lower. But that's just the way we're using the beam for how we're going to do, particularly our lower body. The red is enough. Don't need no more. And I'm going to keep it all that all the way through. I may change it back up at some point, as we all can. But let's see how we get on. So this is Annabelle and Tug, and we're going to crack on, get going, do what we had planned anyway. Let me get this over to here. That's done. I hope your sports days have gone good. I hope you won the granny and the mum competitions. I hope the kids won all of theirs. I hope you and COVID are getting feeling a bit better when you're watching this later. Those of you press and play, hope you crack on and enjoy the session, and I'm sure that you will. Let's bring the feet either side of the beam in. Get the body weight distribution either side. Curl the toes up, place them back down, and we're just going to start rolling those feet forwards and to the rear. Good. There. So I'm not going to do a super slow. It's going to be normal Beamlates, slow time. But it's right now, roll the feet forwards, getting the soles of the feet. And we're getting that, it's our me time, guys. We're just getting the focus in, getting my brain cell working, getting your normal brain cells working. Bring the hips further forward and butt out to the rear and start getting all those areas warmed up, the hip flexors, the hamstrings. And I can feel all of those working from stuff I've been doing this week. So I'm enjoying that one. And as you push forwards, you get the top of the adductors. And sometimes this is where it's good. Sometimes when you get the DOMs and you start doing your warm-ups and stretches, it makes you realize if you're doing them correctly. Because sometimes you do warm up and stretch, you're thinking, well, I can't really feel stretching so much anymore because I do so much of it. When you do push it and work it and you feel it, it proves a point that you are. Good. Okay, I'm going to start dipping the butt out further to the rear and bending forwards more from the hips, curling the toes upwards, off the ground. Good, sticking the butt out. Feel the hamstrings working. Lowering that chest down. 3 and a 2 and a 1. And I'll start pushing the hips forwards now. So I've got the same movement with the feet, but the focus is really pushing those hips forward, getting abdominal engagement, the core working super hard. Put the hips forwards there, adductors working hard. Up into the low part of the chest, 3, 2, and 1, hands facing me, and the shoulder height to the front. And we're just going to start nice and gently. Just nice and gently. Always say shoulder height, but we know our hands come just about level with the eyes. Okay, from there, let's go W position. Up we go. Open the little finger up from the thumb. There, up and out. And we're going to put the A4 paper between the shoulder blades and pull the hands backwards like there's rocks pushing the hands back and coming up on the toes. Good, getting return circulation. I never do this one. It's a full body, guys. We're getting right up on the toes, putting the soles of the feet and rolling the feet forwards. And we're going to go to nice and high with the arms in 2 and 1. Down we go. And just gently raising upwards on the feet. And just gently taking the arms up, slowly starting to reach up for the ceiling. Slowly pushing upwards, getting a little bit higher. Then bring the elbows in. Then coming up on those toes, and we can really feel it working hard now. So turn the warm up into stretch, into a big full body exercise. 3 and 2 and 1. And relax it down. I'm going to shake everything out. Let me adjust this camera. I think it's because of 2 of us. I look on a bigger picture. Maybe that's how I am all the time. Okay, good. Into there. All right, hands aside. Lean over any side you want to. 8 seconds. And done. And because it's the beam and the bands, guys, when we are done, we are done. I don't get through. They go, oh, look at that. We've got extra time. I can sneak in some different exercises. Bring that back up and on the other side. The ones we want to do when we've done our full body, we are finished. Let's call that 8 seconds. Bring the hands back up. You know what's coming next. Bring the pointy fingers out and watch the fingernails. Concrete trousers on. And it's 3 times either side. Round we go. There. And bringing that back. So you might get a bit ahead of me. Might be a little bit behind me. It doesn't matter. There's the second one. I'm just feeling all the little aches and the tightness and bringing it back. But I know it's doing me good. And the other thing it does is it educates us and it gets us to, when we come to do our exercises, we know what muscles have been working out. That's my third one there. Bringing it back. I went past the first mark and the second mark, increase it a bit each time. Taking the concrete trousers off now, don't need those anymore. Going to arc the hands down, hold the thumb, and rotate the shoulders to the front 3 times at least, and then to the rear 3 times at least. If you're not doing 5 or 6 or 8, it's up to you, but don't stop doing 100. Relax it down, guys. Let's get our breaths in. 3 breaths, keep the movement going. Hands up and out, turn up, breathe in. Exhale down to the heart, elbows nice and low. We take it back out to the sides, turn up and breathe in. Exhale down to the heart, that's 2, squishing it out for the third one, reaching outwards, up we go, turn up, breathe in. Exhale down, bring the hands down, elbows low, thumbs on the sternum, and a capital P for posture check, curl the toes up. You could probably squishing out the feet. 30 as pelvic floor. I'm doing a little bit of a pelvic tilt today as well. Why not? There, going to find that midpoint, neutral spine. Imaginary string at the sternum, up 45 degrees. One more breath out, squish those hands out, reach for the walls. Turn the palms up, face the ceiling, separate the fingers from the thumbs, open the hand span up and keep rotating to the rear. Engagement in the chest, abdominal area, upper back, between the shoulder blades. Big breath in. Exhale, you know what's coming next. Bring the hands down, elbows nice and high. 3-second isometric push in, go, and 2, and 3. And we're going to hook those hands over. It's a 3-second pull apart, and 1, and 2, and a 3. Let's do one more. Fingertips into the sides, into our IT band. Stand nice and tall. Push in, go. 1, and 2, and 3. And we're going to relax that all down. Before we pick up the band, let's get our eye with some nice, straightforward 3 steps, guys. Got to scratch that leg anyway first. So right foot to the front, left foot behind. Drop the heel over the back of the beam, bring it forwards. And when we're nicely all ready, it's 3 normal Beamlates steps. Watch the timing. 1, 2, 3, return 3, and 2, and 1. And keep that going. 1, and 2, and 3, to the rear 3, and 2, and 1, pause. Take the hands nicely up and out, turn them up, breathe in, look fantastic, feel fantastic. Exhale down to the heart. My camera needs tweaking. Squish the hands out, rotate round for 2, turn up again, breathe in. Exhale down to the heart, squish the hands out, back round to me. Then we're going to arc those hands down, step away from the beam, get ourselves a quick drink if we need to, shake the feet out while I adjust this. Then we're going to swap over and put them over to the other side. Good. Okay. So back to the beam, left foot to the front, right foot behind, dropping the heel over, getting ourselves all, oh, that's better, getting ourselves all ready. Same thing this side. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, return 3, and 2, and 1. Good. And rolling the feet, heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, return toe heel, toe heel, toe heel. One more this side. 1, 2, 3. I've got no hangovers yet. 1, and there, and done. Here we go. Up we go. Hands out. Squish them up. Breathe in. Exhale down to the heart, squishing them out. Round we go for 2. Turn up again and breathe. Exhale down to the heart, squish it out. Back round to me. Gonna arc those hands nicely down. Stay on the beam, hold the thumb. Rotate the shoulders forward a couple of times. Then step forward 1. And then we'll rotate them to the rear. So get a combination going. Let's pick up the bands, guys. So like I said at the start, if you missed it, I'm on my red bands. You know, a one-size-fits-all band is normally the black, but especially these first few movements we're going to do, we haven't done before the band, guys. All right, so I've got the handles on, red band. The band is going to go onto the foot on the floor next to the beam, and we're going to start off with the feet next to each other. One foot's on the beam, my right one. That's it, so you know what's coming up, guys. We've got to keep these heels flat on the floor. Otherwise, we get the band pinging up the back, and we don't want that one. Good. So we'll do 3 positions. We're not going to do as many as what we normally do because there's no need to with us being on the beam. Okay. Just wait for my partner in crime, Annabelle, to have her bands. And then we go and kick off. And we're all ready. Fantastic. Good stuff. Okay. I just noticed I didn't drink all my milk or eat all the banana. Okay, good stuff. So the foot on the floor is on the band, the foot on the beam, and the feet are level with each other. And come down this position. That's holding it there, nice and tight. Ready? And up we come. 1 and down. There. Good. So because we've got 1 foot higher than the other, we've got a narrow stance as well with the feet. And we're also half a balance on the beam, which gives you more power. We don't need a normal one-size-fits-all band. Last one coming up. Down we go. Stand and hold. Taking the bands down. The foot on the floor, we're going to take it forward 1 so the heel is level with the toe. Keeping the heels nice and flat. That's the position again with the hands. It's there. And up we come again. There. And just dipping that down. You can probably feel the extra work you put on the hamstrings. Do not need to have maximum on resistance bands. Not need to have it so go really force it or push it. Remember, never force any exercise. Just take it down and back again. That's my speed there. You're going a bit slow. There's no problems with that. I've got 3 left. 1 and back, and 2 and back, and a 3. Bringing the hands down. I'm going to move that foot now to the rear. It's level with the heel. Heart rate coming up, respiration rate coming up. Dipping it down and getting that position there. This makes you keep your heels nice and flat, doesn't it? Here we go. There and back. Good. So it's probably been for some of us a long time since we used the next band down. We've all increased in our strength and gradually improved it. The one-size-fits-all bands have gone up. Now we're dropping it way down. And they can feel a little bit weird. But it also means that you're all more expert and you know what the bands can do. We've got 3 left. There's 1 and back, and 2 and back, and 3 and back down. Take the bands out to there. Take the feet either side. Not stand on the band anymore. And I want to gently shake everything out. Good. It also shows you the work we've done on the beam. So I'm scratching my knee. But we couldn't use the bands and everything. It's all the extra stuff there, guys, and you're working super hard, all right? So other side of the beam then, just the same. We'll start with the feet being level. Instep, just kissing the side of that beam. Make sure the bands are nicely balanced off either side, halfway. Just bring that to put the thumbs underneath, the little hooks. That's it there. And off we go, standing and back down. Now, because we're on the beam as well, look what's happening. When you come to stand, the power of the beam's unleashed, the hips come forward, your ears, shoulders, hips get nicely aligned, and you stand up all of the way. You don't look down at the ground. We maintain the whites of the eyes. And you keep it down and back. Looking good. We've got 3 and a 2 and a 1. And I've got not a lot on it there, but I can just do that. If you feel nice and tight, remember, you can dip down, undo the bands and do that way. So we're going to take the foot to the front. Heel level with the front toe. And now I've done this back one, this back heel wants to lift off the beam. Not going to let that happen. Hands into position, thumbs underneath. There. And off we go again. There. Standing. And back down. Good. So 1 foot being higher. A nice cross-section work. Across the pelvic floor especially. But look now, can you feel? It's a one-size-fits-all band. I bet there's some people on press and play thought, I'm going to use my normal one. And back now you're thinking, I wish I'd have used the next one down. Because you can feel the burn in those thighs, the hamstrings, the origin insertions, the pelvic floor area, the glutes. You're burning loads of calories. And that's coming up into the chest, the abdominal area too. Last one. Down we go. Back up. Hands down. I'm going to move that to the rear. To there. This is where you on press and play can be a bit sneaky because you can stop it, shake everything out and come back in again and I won't know. All right, always my camera on watching you. Hands underneath, last one this side guys, and this one's first one and it goes to bed and off we go there. So we started with a big full body movement exercise on a beam and Beamlates And that's before you think about us using the resistance band to increase it. There, and back down. It also gives you really good, fantastic movement. Joints not working under stress, having to force or really get energized to lift a massive weight up. The band is giving that nice little extra, and I can now feel that in the chest. We've got 3, and down, and 2, and down, and up, and release that down, guys. And I'm just going to put those down. Now I can feel that right around the chest, down the spine, where the chest is expanding, the power coming up the spinal column. Let's bring the feet either side, froth at the mouth already, either side of the beam. Hands up and out, turn them up and breathe in. Exhale down to the heart for a nice recovery. Squish that back out, turn up, breathe in again. Exhale down, one more of those, keeping that movement going. Out we go, turn up and breathe in. And exhale nicely down. If you're tempted now to think, I'm going to put my normal one-side band on, I'm going to go back up, don't do it. Stick with the one that you've got. Back to the beam, guys. We're going to have the right foot to the front, left foot behind. Any position you want to be on the beam. The band is going to be under the front foot, so it's underneath my left foot. Bounce nicely off, handles equal, no they're not. They are now. Okay, so what we're aiming for is the arms to be up to here and back down. If you just get to there, that's fine, all right? Nice soft knees, keep the heels flat on the beam. We're ready, so we raise up and back down, there, and up. So I'm trying to make this nice and graceful. The hands are going up shoulder height, but they just come top of the head, don't they, back down again. That's to keep it there. Now, as we keep doing this one, because we reduce that band down, we get more repetitions in, therefore we get more muscles engagement through the body. Because the main core starts working, the shoulders work hard, and then they gently and politely knock on the door next doors and say, can you give us a bit of hand here? There. And up we go, there. And you're going to start feeling the balance mechanism coming in as well. Up we go. There's lots going on, guys, because we're on the beam. We've got 3, and back down, and a 2, and back down, and a 1, keeping it nice and graceful, bringing that back down. We're going to step away from the beam. We're going to shake the legs out. Good habits with the hand, mixing weight with the fingers. Rub the back of the wrist. I'm going to hold my band still by the handles and rotate those shoulders forwards and to the rear. Lots of people think of the exercise we're doing now, the next few, that you've got to have maximum, and I can just lift that up. We are getting full body movement with the band on, guys, standing on the beam, releasing more of the potential. Same exercise, other side. So left foot coming forwards. Again, I'm just slowing it right down. And my foot movement off the beam, off on the beam, back on, trying to make sure I get no hangovers. On the tape, settle on that tape, all right? Okay, so I'm there. Those of you who've got, because we've still got a couple of tapers, you can, I know I keep saying this, put that front foot onto a cushion to make it a little bit more unbalanced, all right? So here we go. Nicely upright, remember? Better upright in this one. Here we go. There, it makes you stand nice and tall. So you're exercising with your correct height and posture, standing nice and elegant, focus and concentration, and up we go there. Fantastic. It's like flying. Look at that gracefulness. And we can also go for that gracefulness. When you can't go and try and be graceful with bands, it's probably because you've got too much on. You're trying to lift or stretch too much of what your potential is at that moment in time. Remember, each day can be different. So I'm arcing that up and bring, now you can feel everything working. Annabelle and I are going to get monster faces. Let's do a countdown. There's 3 and back down. And 2, that back leg's working super. I don't feel it in the calf, hamstrings, the glutes. Last one, up we're going, and we're back down, and we step away. Going to place the bands down for a second. I want to shake everything out. Rotate the shoulders, get the good habits going. Rub the back of the wrists, make some waves with the fingers, shaking the feet out at the same time. Because at the end of that last one, you could feel that right up at the shoulder blades, not just the shoulders. Sometimes with a shoulder workout, people just feel the shoulders again because the weights can be too heavy for them. 3 breaths, up, out, turn up, breathe in. Exhale down to the heart. 1, squish, turn, breathe, exhale, 2, out, turn up, breathe, exhale down. That's the third one. Fantastic. Arc those hands nice down, lock the thumb, rotate those shoulders forwards and to the rear. We've done 2 exercises, guys, all full body. And you know what? We could have stopped at any one of those and thought, I haven't got time for anything else the rest of the day because I've got a super busy day. Still worked out your full body. Fast using the beam. So back to our right foot onto the band to the front. Now we've done our shoulders to the side. Let's get them to the front. And this is an exercise massively overlooked by a lot of people. It's the one that strengthens all the rotator cuff more than any other exercise, guys, all right? And it goes for stability. There. So it's front raises. Up and back down there. The low point is I feel when there's no resistance left on the band, I stop and bring it back again. No point lowering it down to my thighs. It's there and back up. Now look what's good. You can feel the soles of your feet working super hard. It's working up the backs of the legs, deep compartments of the calves, all 3 layers of tissue in the calves, up the spinal column. You can feel your postural muscles down the spinal column working super hard as well as we lower down. We're raising up the diaphragm and the lungs. This is a huge, huge exercise, guys. And we're going to keep that going up and back down. Good. If you have to rest, again, that's all okay. It's not a problem. I can feel that now. My deltoids and down into the forearms. I've got relaxed grip, not squeezing the life out of it, but I can feel me having to squeeze just a little bit more. It's a natural thing when your forearms start getting tired. 3 left. Here we go. There's 1 and back down, and a 2 and back down, and the last one this side. There's 3 and back down, and I just step away there. Now, the reason it's important to do lots of repetitions with a lighter band is it builds up your lactate tolerance, if you like. So you get lactic acid in the muscles, you and the body is then training it to look after it. So when you get tired, when you get fatigued, less chance of any injury because your body gets the energy and stores back into the muscles faster than if you just do slow ones all the time. I'm going to swap that back over. And I can feel my shoulders have been working hard. Other foot to the front, there. And you know who's the worst for this one? Men. Whenever I give a man, and not our guys, Bill and we're not including this, but in the past, you give me a yellow band or a red band, you get looked at weird and funny. Oh, I like that one, it's a bit thicker. I want the orange one. Okay. Good, but now, just take time to hold the bands to there, and as you stand upwards, feel what's happening. Feel your body, core engagement, standing tall and confident on the beam. Overhand grip to there then, guys. We're ready? And off we go. There, and back down, and up. In fact, you can see about mine on the screen, I don't aim for shoulder height. I always go for just above the eye level height, if you like to, and back down to there again, and up, and back down. Fantastic. Good, and there. We like it. Of course, we could do one where it's going all the way up at different exercise. We're not doing that one. We're keeping that going. Now what's happening? Can you feel the abs? Full 360 all the way around working. The back muscles, your postural muscles again. There. Everything's starting to feel just a little bit tired. Fast and slow twitch fibers working super hard. The legs at the same time. And you probably, like Annabelle and myself, drop down another band and you're thinking, I'm glad I listened to him today. 3 and back. And 2 and back. And 1 and back down. Good. Let's put the band down, guys, just to one side, and let's have a nice little shake of everything out. And let's just do the one nice big deep breath this time. Take the hands up and out, turn them up, breathe in. Exhale down to the heart, and when you finish this one, if you've got protein in the house, that's what you need. Arc those hands nicely down, gently going to shake that out. We're going to come back to the feet. The feet? Well, the feet are involved in it because it is the legs. Then we'll come back to the upper body. All right. So, right foot to front. Left foot behind. We're on the beam this time. The back foot can come up on the toes. The front foot's got to stay nice and flat. That's it there. I'm not looking to increase or put another band on. What I'm going to do is put up to here. All I'm going to do is I'm dipping down and back. There. There's a one-size-fits-all band. The same one we use all the way through. There. If some of you have gone and you thought, no, I'm going to press stop now, I'm going to put my normal one on, that's fine. But just taking this down and back, you can feel the power lift bit. So it's on, that is there as I stand upwards. You'll feel the acceleration of the body there and upwards there. That is where the core starts working. It's not all the way through. You can feel the band when it comes upwards to there and back down again. Let's do a countdown up. Here we go. There's 3 and back. And down we go. Let's look at the balance on the beam, looking fantastic. There, and there we go again. Last one coming back up. I'll dip the hands down, step away off the beam, guys, shake it all out. Now you can feel the thighs. Again, I'm nagging or going on. We've got the next bands down, but you can, these muscles are working super hard, guys. Other foot coming over to the front. Even those of you who are ardent Wednesday resist, putting the bands on, maximum, and all that sort of stuff, you're feeling it in this one. Remember, even if you get into heavyweight training, light or whatever, you always should reduce down once a fortnight at least and do lots of repetitions, okay? So, other foot, back foot can come up on the toes. Dipping it down, then I'm going to stand to there and same movement again. So the back foot's rolling up, heel off the floor and back down again. And what you're looking at for is that nice straight line Annabelle's got there. Good. We're dipping down to there and back upwards. So unleashing the power of the beam, bringing the bands down. Remember, I used to find my beams in a gym down in the weights room where they use bands and weights, and they reduced down the bands and weights because they didn't have to lift so many to get their cores working. And back up again. We're coming up to a nice posture every single time, standing tall. There's so much stuff going on where I haven't got to say anything about it because you're doing it already and you're doing it on the beam because you're used to using it. Standing up, back down there. Countdown coming up. Here we go. There's 3. And we're going back down there. And back up. There's 2. Fantastic. And back down again there. And back up. There's 1. And I'll dip it down, take it away, and step away. So this is also a different Beamlates one-size-fits-all band because the past 3 or 4, we've done a lot of walking and we're using the bands on the same time we've been doing that. Today, virtually static. Well, we have been static for every single one with the band and just using that balance in the beam. Yes, my itch has gone the other leg, hasn't it? Okay. All right. Left foot to the front then. Back to the beam. Posture, talking all the time. Again, there's the band there. Now, picture that ship's bows coming out in the ocean, standing nice and tall. And the exercise is there, guys. It's up and back down there. Good. And upwards. So look, nice parallel arms. Fantastic. Again, watch what Annabelle's there. Look at that one. Fantastic there. And you haven't got to go all the way back down, just to where the band gives and it comes back down. And you think, the first half does, and you think, this is all right. I'm going to rewind. I might do this again. Then all of a sudden, you feel the forearm starting to work. The wrists are in neutral. That's why it's a fantastic one to do. That's why those arms come upwards. Stops the wrists being out of alignment. And you start working the elbow joint. Those calves are also working super hard, and that's because we're on the beam, because they're taking over the balance. Up we come, the chest comes upwards, the diaphragm comes up, and we all work all 5 lobes of the lungs. Countdown coming up, here we go. There's 3, and back, and 2, and back, and 1, and back down again. Step away and shake it out, and that back leg, the calf, oh, that's working hard. Shaking it out. If you want to do a quick calf stretch, guys, you press and play to get in there, you can. But I can certainly feel this workout on my calf muscles without a doubt. Swapping this over, other foot to the front. And same move. So no messing about and no bonuses, or a bit different this side, but a bit the other side. We've done the same one side of the beam as the other. No hangovers. Nice. Now, straight up, I bet you've all brought your chest up nicely there. Feel that S shape in the spine. That's what we're exercising. Here we go. There and back. And some of you do resist class on a Wednesday will know. In fact, everybody's had a go of it. When we do this one, there, you can't, don't get the hands up, but this one we're getting the full and correct movement there. And isn't it right now feeling like a Wednesday resist when you start feeling the muscles working through the body and you have a lot more bands on, and look at the effect we are getting with what we've got, because we are beamers on a Tuesday. There, and back down, fantastic. And good parallel arms, keeping the arms going all the time. I'm squeezing a little bit tighter on that grip because the forearms start getting a bit tight, a bit more tired. And the shoulders, I can feel it's in the base of the skull. 3, and back, and 2, and back, and a 1, and back down. And I'm going to step away. I'm going to hold the bands, handles, and just rotate those shoulders forwards and to the rear. I want to get the Mexican wave going with the fingers, either side. And we've got 1 to finish off, guys. Then my list is done. Full body all the way through, working it up and down the body. This one's a bit like join the dots, but all different because of the beam. Left leg to the front then. Curving the hands underneath. Also notice, you guys used to on Wednesday, it's all been no single arm, 2 arms. So underhand grip, nice and tall. Now put some bolts through the elbows so the upper arm stays nice and straight down the side of the body, and just curl up and back down. There, up and back. And this is also one people at first, oh, but I can do more than this. Now, before you start thinking that and jumping off the beam and grabbing the next band, what's going on? Feel that spine working hard. There, postural muscles again, abs getting sucked in, and the triceps are joining in. There, good. We're getting the body to work together and not just isolating it down and having one muscle group working. There, up we come. There, countdown coming up. In, 3, and 2. Abs in, looking good. And last one is 1. And we'll take the hands down and with one side. So you had no movement like this with the arm. Everything is nicely controlled and working the muscles of grip, and all the muscle trains joining in through the body. Good. Other one coming forwards. Here we go. You know what? This might get put on a little bit of I do a bit of a circuit, looking at some sessions I drop off and bring new ones in. This one might be coming in, guys. Here we go. Make sure it's all sorted straight away. Yes. Standing nice and tall, imaginary bolts to those elbows, and off we go. So there and back down again, and there and back down. So the quicker you start feeling it, I felt it in the mid back that time quicker, it's because those muscles are working hard. There, up we go and back down. Fantastic. So working out grip, our wrists, flexors, extensors, forearm, biceps, triceps, chest, right down. Our H shape we talk about, turn the H on the side, across the shoulders, down the spinal column, into the hips. And again, I can just feel the legs twitching about a little bit because of keeping the balance on that beam. Nice straight line down the center of the beam. So from where you can see Annabelle's foot, a straight line's coming straight up to the middle of the chest, past the nose, middle of the forehead, and back down again. Looking good there. We've got the countdown coming up. Here we go. In 3, and back, and 2, and back, and 1, and back down. We'll take that away, guys. I'm going to place that down. So we've done static exercise. We've probably done more work with the band than we have in the past, and a different one with the lower band to get all that full movement in. Let's get onto our beam. Left foot front, right foot behind. One time, front and rear. Let's reset, get the brains reset. Go. 1, 2, 3, return 3, and 2, and a 1. Hold that there. Take the hands up out, turn up and breathe. Exhale down to the heart. I'm going to step away from the beam. I'm going to bring this in because Annabelle and I have got to clap like there's 2,000 people on here. I think we can do that one. Good. So you can listen to me and follow Annabelle, blank me out. Just follow all the moves like exactly how she did them as well. Everything was spot on. Bring the hands to here. And here you press and play, you clap yourself. Well done, Annabelle. Have a great day. Hope you enjoyed that. It was good, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. 1, 2, 3, go. Yes. Good stuff. Oh, and Bill, I say we looked on that.
That was great. Thank you.
Well done, Annabelle. Good stuff. I'll catch you later. Have a great week. Great weekend. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you.